wie wir wissen, ist diese Richterstreit, diese linksextreme Richterin-Streit zwischen die SPD und der CDU noch nicht vorbei. Wir hatten gehofft, dass es am Ende war, wenn die Wahl Platz finden sollte. Aber nein, die SPD bleibt dabei, dass diese zwei lunatics get put in judge seats. It's unbelievable. So, for those of you who don't know, we are here in Germany are having a big fight in the coalition because the left SPD, the left extremists, want to put in two leftist extremist judges onto the highest court in the country. And the CDU, at least the CDU base, everybody in the country, some of the CDU MPs, parliamentary ministers, they don't want these left-wing extremists. But as we know, Friedrich Merz loves to bend over and let Lars Klingbeil pound him in the ass while he says, please, daddy, give me more. That's what he likes. Friedrich Merz is into it because Lars Klingbeil seems to be like the ultra negotiator, or he's got shit on Friedrich Merz. I don't know. But Friedrich Merz has given Lars Klingbeil everything except the actual keys to the castle, which he is kind of holding on to in name only. So the vote was stopped. They didn't have the vote, which means that the two left-wing extremist judges are still on the table. And, you know, if you're in a coalition and you're supposed to compromise, you don't put two complete nut jobs forth as your candidates for the highest court's judgeships, right? You don't put candidates forth that you know your coalition partner cannot accept. Because if the CDU bends on this or breaks, and I think they're going to bend, they might not break, but I think they're going to bend. I'll tell you in a second how I think this is going to end up. If the CDU breaks this deal, it's pretty much done for them politically. They'll be able to stay in power this time, you know what I'm saying, until this coalition breaks finally. But that's the end of Friedrich Merz's political career, and also any CDU member that was still going to be on the team of the CDU is basically also not going to have a political career anymore, because even the last moron in Germany has seen, okay, well, if they break their promise on this shit, it's going to be over for me. And so the public wins either way, right? In this case, we win either way, because either Friedrich Merz bends over and spreads him for fucking Lars Klingbeil once again and allows one or both of these judges to be voted in, right? Which they are, the SPD is determined to get these motherfuckers in there, right? They're determined, right? They're like, no, it's either we put these judges in or the coalition is over. And we know that Friedrich Merz is addicted to power like Hunter Biden is addicted to crack, right? We know that. And the SPD knows that, and Lars Klingbeil knows that. So Lars Klingbeil thinks that he can just stand firm and bring Friedrich Merz and his CDU party members to their knees and force these judges in, because if they don't get in, then they're going to end the government coalition, which means there's going to have to be new elections, which means that there's a very good chance that the AFD will be in power sooner than later, which would be amazing. That would be amazing. That way we win as well. So either way, we win in the short term or the long term. Either we win right now and new elections have to happen. That would be fantastic. It would be the best outcome. Or we win in 4 years when the CDU party has completely fucked their reputation so badly that even the last moron in Germany who was a supporter of theirs is no longer a supporter. And so that party is gone from the face of the earth after reigning over this country for decades and basically doing nothing to make it better. So that's a win as well. Where we don't win is if Friedrich Merz cuts some sort of, because you see, the thing is, the SPD has like 14% approval, right? They're not going to win any elections, right? The only reason they're in power now is because Friedrich Merz loves to get boned by fucking Lars Klingbeil. That's the only reason they're there now, right? And so if there have to be new elections, they are well aware that they're not going to win, right? But they also know that Friedrich Merz and the CDU are so afraid of the AfD taking power and them getting blamed for it that they'll basically do anything. Like I said, Friedrich Merz will kill his own grandma, sell her into slavery, whatever it takes. Suck whoever's dick he's got to suck, fuck whoever he's got to fuck. He'll do it all to stay in that chancellor seat. So I'm guessing the way it's going to turn out is, right? This is my prognosis for this judge thing. I think that the SPD is going to go, all right, we'll pull one judge, right? We'll pull one judge. But the other one's got to come in. And then Friedrich Merz is going to go to his base and to the people and say, look, it's a coalition. You got to be, you got to do what? You got to fucking, negotiate a little bit. You got to compromise. And so they took one of them out. But we've got to vote on the other one now, guys. And they're going to try. See, Friedrich Merz is stupid enough to think that that's going to work, right? That he's going to be able to go to the public and say, okay, guys, we got at least one of these judges gone, right? But, we had to vote. We had to give them at least something. Well, they've already given them absolutely everything. So they don't have to give them jack shit. If I was the CDU, I would say, no way. Not one of those fuckers. Not either one of them, right? Neither one of them. No way. But the problem is, if they don't do it, the SPD might call their bluff and say, okay, then I guess we can't work together. Coalition's blown up. Let's have new elections. And neither one of them really want that. But Lars Klingbeil is the better poker player. You see, he knows how to make Friedrich Merz get on his knees and open wide, right? He knows how to do it. And he's done it every time since this government started. So he's going to be the gracious one and say, all right. We're going to take one judge out, okay? We're going to take one out, but you got to vote for the other one. That's what I think is going to happen, right? That's what I think is going to happen. I think Friedrich Merz is probably going to go for it. That way, they stay in power, right? Until the next problem comes up, because, of course, Lars Klingbeil is going to keep doing this. You know what I'm saying? Now that he knows he's got Friedrich Merz by the fucking balls, right? If he's got any at all. Maybe not. Maybe he's got him by the pussy, like Donald Trump would say. He's going to keep doing this. I would fucking milk Friedrich Merz out until there's nothing left of the motherfucker, if I was Lars Klingbeil. I would wring that bastard out until every last drop comes out. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing left of Friedrich Merz. That's what I would do. Really. Because I know I can. And Lars Klingbeil knows he can. Right? He knows he can. So, that's where I think it's going to go. I think we are going to end up with a complete maniac, left-wing extremist judge on the bench in the highest court of the country, no matter what. And we're stuck with them for 12 years. That's bad news, right? That is very bad news. We don't need any socialist, left-wing ideologue, crazy-ass people that are going to either fucking use, try to ram down climate change policy using the court. I don't want any judge there that's going to instrumentalize the court in order to, get through their ideological goals. That's disgusting, Nazi, communist shit, right? It's not cool. We don't want that here. Nobody wants it. Nobody wants these judges, right? So we might get, I think that unfortunately, this is the best case scenario for Germany, because Germany has allowed themselves to get fooled by Friedrich Merz and his BS, right? So unfortunately, the German people voted for the wrong party, right? And now they're seeing the results of voting for the wrong party. Voting has consequences, and they have negative consequences if you vote for the wrong people, right? And Germany has once again thought, okay, we'll give the CDU one more chance after they've destroyed the fucking country. We'll give them one more chance. And now this is what you get. So the punishment for the German people is you're going to have a complete maniac in the highest court of the land, right? A complete maniac, a complete lunatic. I don't know if there's anybody over them or over her. I don't know what kind of protections we have as citizens from a maniac rogue judge, right? I don't know. In America, you have the Supreme Court, but I think this is kind of the Supreme Court in Germany. So I don't know where you go from there. To Europe, good luck. Good luck with that. So I think that what that concerns, we are screwed, right? We are screwed with this judge, right? Because we're going to have one. And that's the punishment. That's what you get for trusting the CDU. And now you got to swallow that, right? And I think that, therefore, we're going to get one judge. One judge is going to be taken away by the SPD. The CDU is going to be happy, happy, happy. They're going to thank Lars Klingbeil and blow him for free an extra time and say, oh, wow, thank you, Lars, for letting us stay in power a little longer. Because the last thing either one of these parties want is that there are new elections. Because I think if there are new elections now, the AFD wins by a landslide and it is over for the establishment. So I hope the coalition breaks. I really do. I really do. I hope that the lower level CDU MPs stand their ground and don't vote for either one of these judges. Yes, that means you are going to be out of power. You're going to have to maybe switch parties because your party's going to be over. But at least you will have made the right decision for you, for the country, for your constituents, and you will be praised for it, right? You will be praised for it. The voters will love you if you stand your ground and don't vote for either one of these judges. Because that's what we're forgetting when we talk about this, is that if the lower level CDU members stand their ground and do not vote for either one of these judges, they're not getting in, no matter what Lars Klingbeil wants. In order to get what Lars Klingbeil wants, Friedrich Merz will have to convince all of the party members that are in government to go ahead and vote for these judges. And I don't think he's going to be able to do that. So, hey, maybe we'll get double lucky. There is a small chance that us citizens in Germany who pay the taxes, who pay these fucking moron salaries, right? There is a slight chance we will get a big win in multiple ways. This is the best case scenario. The basic party members in the CDU that have to vote on these judges don't vote on her. Vote no on both of them, right? Then Lars Klingbeil gives Friedrich Merz another chance to get these people in line, and it doesn't work. So Lars Klingbeil lets the coalition break. And then the AFD gets voted in with a majority. So then there's no left-wing activist judges on the court, and these establishment parties are gone, and the AFD gets to win. And that would be fucking amazing. And remember, there is a chance that could happen. There's a chance that could happen. So everybody who knows anybody in the CDU, please start talking to them and telling them, look, vote no on these judges. No matter what happens. No matter what Friedrich Merz says, no matter, even if you're out of power, you know what I mean? And the AFD wins. That is what democracy is, right? So if those people that are in government, that are purporting that we live in this democracy that's so righteous and fair, and it's the will of the people, well, you know, then accept the will of the people. Step down if you guys cannot work together. End the coalition and let the people decide who they want to run this country after the CDU basically pissed on everybody's heads as soon as they got elected. I mean, look, that would be the best outcome. I don't think it's going to happen that way. I think these people are so power hungry, and they've shown that they are so power hungry that they're willing to do absolutely anything. And so they will keep each other alive and afloat for as long as they can. And the coalition will stay, and we'll end up with a leftist crazy maniac as a judge. And then we'll have to deal with that, right? I think that's where it's going to go. I think we're going to get one of these judges. I think it's going to be this political theater. Like, look, we're compromising like good little boys and girls. We know how to work together. Oh, the coalition is so good, and everybody's so happy. Und die Stimmung geht auf. And oh, sure, that's what they're going to do. That's what I think they're going to do. They're going to sell it like that. Hopefully, I'm wrong, people. We'll see. I don't know, but we will see. I'm not wrong that often, I have to say. Not trying to pat myself on the back or be, you know, what's it called? I don't know, forget it. You know what I mean. I don't want to sound like I'm patting myself on the back too much, but I'm not wrong on these things that often. I think that's where it's going to go to. I'd like to be proven wrong. And I want you guys to go into the weekend just at least thinking that the thought of, wow, what if the coalition really does break over these judges? That would be amazing. That would be a day to, I'm going to take a day off work just to party if that happens. So no videos that day. All right, guys, have a great weekend. This was Friday, the 25th of July, 2025. This was the Insanity Report for Germany for today. I'd appreciate all the shares, likes, reposts, retweets, the hearts, the things, all the things that you can do for free that'll help me get my content out to other people. Appreciate it if you do it. And we'll see you guys on Monday. Peace out.